If you didn't hear or read about what the Secretary of State of the United States, my God, she's going to make Paul look like a piker before she's done. And with lies. With lies. She's saying that Iran is a threat to our vital interest. Well, what's our vital interest? They live in the neighborhood. They got vital interest. They sustain terrorists. Who? Hezbollah and Hamas? These are elected party people. They're terrorists? My God, look, take another look. And then you wonder why we have to go to Iran and fight. Stop and think. Iran hasn't been to war in 110 years, except when they defended themselves against Saddam Hussein, who invaded them at our suggestion. And we provided them with that. So we do not say the Congress, Ward, I want to make you a prediction. George Bush is now, if you read the House resolution, Lieberman's resolution, at least was straightforward. The House has got a resolution how not to invade Iran. But, of course, they got 4 exceptions. You could drive 3 Mack trucks through the resolution. George Bush has now got the power. The drum roll is on. When is he going to pull it off? He's not going to do it the way they did it in Iraq. They're going to do it the way they did, and I'll test your memories. They're going to do it the way they did in Cambodia and Laos. They're going to find a little reason. There's a little training over there, and we got to go in and have an incursion and take that out. They're trying to provoke Iran. We arrested 5 of their diplomats last fall. We've got more that we've incarcerated, and the military tell us they're the ones that are responsible for that IED. Well, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Any proof? You read the newspapers, and it's always this unidentified person who's telling you the skinny of what's going on. Unidentified person. That's so you can't sue them for lying and causing loss of life. No. Here, with those 5 people we've arrested, diplomats, we've arrested some more this spring, you don't think it wouldn't be easy to go to one of them and say, hey, we'll give you $10 million and we'll relocate you to Ann Arbor, and what you'll do, you'll have a good life, and we'll protect you for a while, we'll put you in a program we have so that you can be safe. And all you got to do is step up and say, I'm from Iran, and I'm here to kill Americans, and I'm here to train killers of Americans. You think they could find one human being in Iraq that could testify to that? Did we have anything different about Colin Powell telling you about the labs, telling you about the yellow tape from Niger? These are lies all over again. And are the American people standing up to it? Heck no. Heck no. Let me tell you the consequences of this. Everybody, if we go to war with Iran, everybody in this room will get it in your pocketbook. And many of you and your children will die. Will die. And here, not rocket science. All you got to do is sink a tanker at the Strait of Hormuz, and you turn around and create a world depression. A world depression with one little sinking. You can't take a super tanker. We got 3. We got 3 of our aircraft carriers. They got Silk missiles. Silk missile can take out an aircraft carrier. In case you want, that's high tech. Now what you can do is you get a super tanker and run it into one of the carriers, and that'll make the coal look like nothing. Now, how will Americans react when they take out a nuclear carrier fleet? They'll react. And that's the tragedy of it, because it's a setup. And here again, we are the prevaricators of violence in the world. And that has to end. We need a new leadership. And like a kind man, giving a man water who's thirsty. That's a kind man. And I'm not going to filibuster much longer. I'm on my place. And Senator Sununu had the misfortune of never having my filibusters, and nor did Steffi Savanaugh, because I'll tell you, I would have taken them apart, both of them, on the Lieberman resolution. When I come from politics, you take names. You take names and you hold people responsible. This politics stuff, that doesn't cut it. Not when human life is is at stake, not when human life is at stake. And that is what is at stake. Not only what we're doing in Iraq, it's tragic. We destroyed this country. Imagine, here, let's listen to this stupidity. And that is, that we take a poll, and from your brother, he's got a couple of them in this regard, take a poll, and 80% of the people in Iraq tell us they want to get rid of Americans. 70% think it's okay to kill Americans. And so, and we American leaders tell us, well, we're there to protect the people. What are you talking about? That's nonsense. That's doublespeak. You heard that with Dr. Goebbels. You know, that's doublespeak. But so therefore, did you not hear General Sanchez? They, why were they? We're there for oil. And you know, the contract that we're trying to shove down our puppet government is a 35-year contract that benefits American corporations. Isn't that interesting? Well, I got to tell you, I don't have an ounce of blood of any American to give for American corporations who want to control the oil. Their oil is their country, and I got to tell you, we're not going to drink it, we're going to sell it. But think of how stupid we are that we have to get off of oil. I mean, the human race is going to cook itself off the planet in a century if we don't change our ways. So what do? We take our treasure, $1.5 billion, and we're trying to get control of the Titanic. Now that's leadership. That's the kind of leadership we have. And the Congress is like a rug laying down right in front of them with this imperial presidency. When I was telling you earlier about the problem that we face in this country, you won't solve it. You won't solve it the way we're doing right now. Let me give you an example of how bad things can get. Oh, many of you see me in debates. Now CNN tried to cut me out of debates. And you know, I'm a two-term U.S. Senator. I've got more bona fides and records than all the other candidates put together. And they were going to throw me on debates, and of course we put a press release out, and they backed away. And so did union leaders, so no. Now guess what? There's another debate coming up next Tuesday. I'm cut out by NBC. I can't show up there. There's something wrong with me. What happened? What was the last thing that happened? I took Hillary Clinton to task for voting for the Lieberman resolution to go to war in Iraq. Now that disturbs, but not the network. Oh, I've met enough of these people, I can look in their eyes and I can see their embarrassment of what they're doing. You know who's behind this? Yes. Who owns NBC? General Electric. Who's a big war profiteer in this country? General Electric. Who is talking about in this presidential election the military-industrial complex? Nobody after me. They want to silence anybody? Well, they need Kucinich there. He looks good. You give a liberal position. But they don't want anybody that can really talk and give names and fight them right on their own ground. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going after General Electric where they live. Where they live. And we're going to have a debate. We're going to have a debate in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, right around the corner from the NBC debate. And I don't know how many people are going to show up, but we're going to give an account of ourselves. And this is just the beginning. I'm in other debates. It's going to be a real embarrassment why NBC can't keep me in the debate. And now, you want to talk about partisan politics? Hell, the Democratic Party's not even standing up for me. They're bowing down to corporate censorship. Does that say something about where we're at the party level, at the partisan level? It's really very, very sad. But there are answers. Now, I've given you all the negatives that exist out there. There is a positive, and a great positive. You think, and you've worked very hard to have a say in the body politic, and you think that the answer is getting involved in representative government. Let me tell you very clearly, representative government is broken, broken, broken. And there's only one way to solve that problem. There's only two venues in our society. Because when you look at our system of education, here, we want to be imperialists. Americans don't want to be imperialists. Our leadership wants to be imperialists. We want to rule the world. We want to be the world's policeman. The American people don't want to pay for that. How does it happen that this is where the American people are, and this is where the American leadership is? A total disconnect, and you think you can solve the problem by just electing people to public office?